I'm 72 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that might upset you. Everything you think you know about timing is completely wrong. And the people who should be telling you this, your parents, your mentors, society, they're lying to you. Maybe they don't even know they're doing it. I spent 50 years believing the same lies you probably believe right now. That there's a perfect time for things, that if I just waited a bit longer, conditions would be ideal, that timing matters more than action. I was 58 when my daughter got married. Beautiful ceremony. During her vows, I had this thought. I was going to teach her guitar when the time was right. She was 32 years old. The right time never came, not once in 32 years. That moment crushed me. I realized I'd spent 5 decades waiting for perfect moments that don't exist, waiting for ideal conditions that never arrived, waiting for a green light that was never going to turn green. This isn't for me. I've already wasted most of my life waiting. This is for you, for the person waiting for the right time to start, for anyone who thinks conditions will get better, for everyone who's postponing life until things are perfect. You know what? The clock is ticking, and you need to hear this before it's too late. Here's the lie they sold us, the one that steals entire lives. Wait for the perfect time. Wait until you're ready. Wait until conditions are ideal. Wait until you have enough money, enough time, enough confidence, enough certainty. That day never comes. You know why? Because there is no perfect time. Perfect doesn't exist. It's a fantasy we invented to justify not doing things that scare us. It's permission to stay comfortable. And we wait and wait and wait, thinking we're being smart, being prudent, being responsible. But we're not. We're just being afraid. I told myself at 25, I'll start my own business when the economy's better. The economy got better. Did I start it? No. Now I needed more savings. When the time's right, I said, I'll learn Spanish when I have more free time. Got more free time at 40. Did I learn Spanish? No. Now I was too tired after work. When I'm more energized, I said, I'll take that photography class when my schedule clears up. My schedule cleared up at 52. Did I take it? No. Now it felt too late, like I should have started younger. When I was younger, I said, always when, never now. The perfect time is always just around the corner, isn't it? Next month, next year, when this project ends, when the kids are older, when I'm more established, when I'm more prepared. The goalposts always move because perfect is impossible. You're chasing something that doesn't exist. I had a stable career, 38 years at the same company, worked my way up, got decent pay, had security. I was responsible, reliable, safe. I played it smart, waiting for the right opportunities, the right moments to make moves. And you know what? None of it mattered. All that waiting, all that caution, all that playing it safe. It didn't make my life better. It made it smaller, more cautious, more afraid. I optimized for safety and lost everything that makes life worth living. You wait for perfect conditions, feel relief for about 48 hours when things go smoothly. Then you're back to waiting for the next perfect moment. It's a cycle. Wait, delay, wait, wait, delay, wait. Always preparing, never living. I had a co-worker, Stephen. He was 64 when cancer took him. Fast, aggressive. Stephen was going to write a memoir, had the whole thing outlined, 5 notebooks full of ideas. When I retire, he always said, when I have the time and mental space to do it right. He retired on a Friday, got his diagnosis the following Tuesday. 6 months later, he was gone. The memoir, never written. He was waiting for perfect conditions that disappeared overnight. Is that what you want? To spend your whole life waiting for perfect, then realize perfect was just fear in disguise? Because that's what waiting for perfect really is. It's not wisdom, it's not patience, it's fear wearing a mask of responsibility. The guitar I was going to teach my daughter. We talked about it when she was 7. When we both have time, I said. Then she was 10. When she's more serious about it, I said. Then she was 15. When she's not so busy with school, I said. Then she was 25. When she settles down, I said. She's 35 now, plays professionally, taught herself. I never taught her a single chord. The trip to Alaska my wife wanted. 43 years of marriage. 43 years of, let's wait until we have more saved. Let's wait until it's not tourist season. Let's wait until I retire. We've never been. She stopped mentioning it 10 years ago. My mother wanted me to help her organize family photos. Thousands of them. I'll help you when things slow down at work, I said. Said it for 15 years. 15 years. She died at 89. The photos are in boxes in my garage, unorganized. All those stories, lost forever, because I was waiting for the perfect weekend. The martial arts class I wanted to try. Thought about it for 30 years. When I'm in better shape, when I have more flexibility, when I'm less self-conscious. I'm 72. My knees are shot. That ship has sailed. I waited for perfect. Got nothing. My best friend lived 2 states away. We always talked about visiting more. When work calms down, when the timing's better, when we're both free. We saw each other maybe once every 3 years. He moved to Arizona for his health. I haven't seen him in 7 years. All those visits we were waiting for the perfect time to take. The missed opportunities. The roads not taken. The love you didn't express because you were waiting for the perfect moment to say it. I was 58, like I said, at my daughter's wedding, and that thought about the guitar hit me like a freight train. I'd been waiting for perfect for 50 years. 50 years. After the wedding, I went home and I just sat there, really looked at my life. What had I actually done? What had I actually experienced? And the answer was, not much. I'd played it safe, waited for ideal conditions, optimized for someday that never came. So I changed. Actually, no. I stopped waiting. There's a difference. I stopped saying when and started saying now, imperfectly. Took my wife to Alaska that year. It wasn't perfect. It rained 3 days. Our hotel had issues. But it was real. We went. Finally. Started learning woodworking at 59. Not perfect. I'm not great at it. My first projects were terrible. But I'm doing it. Started volunteering at 61. Started playing harmonica at 63. Not guitar, but something. Started writing letters to old friends at 65. None of it was perfect. All of it mattered. The last 14 years have been messier than the previous 58. More mistakes, more embarrassment, more failure. And honestly, they've been richer, more alive, more mine. I'm grateful now. Truly grateful. Not for the perfect life I was waiting for, because that doesn't exist. For 14 years of understanding that imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. For a wife who's still willing to travel with me. For the chance to finally stop waiting. And here's what I learned, the embarrassingly simple truth that took me 58 years to figure out. The perfect time doesn't exist. The right conditions don't exist. Perfect is just another word for never. The meaning I was chasing by being careful and waiting, It was in the imperfect moments I was postponing, the messy attempts, the awkward starts, the bad first drafts, the life itself happening right now, imperfectly. That's it. It's almost insulting how simple it is. You know what I realized? I was treating life like a rough draft, waiting to write the final version later. But there is no final version. This is it. This is the only draft you get. And while I was waiting for perfect, life was happening, without me in it. Life isn't something you wait to start when conditions are ideal. Life is happening right now, messy and imperfect, and absolutely not ready. And if you wait for perfect, you don't get to have it at all. So let me ask you something, and I need you to be brutally honest with yourself here. If you died tomorrow, would you be satisfied with the life you've lived so far? Not did you wait responsibly, not did you play it smart, not were you careful about timing. Just, would you be satisfied with what you actually did, not what you planned to do when conditions were perfect? Think about it. Really think about it. If the answer is no, then what are you waiting for? What perfect set of circumstances are you counting on? What magical alignment of stars do you need before you give yourself permission to live? I'm 72 years old, on borrowed time. Maybe I have 5 more years, maybe 8 if I'm incredibly lucky. But so are you. We all are, really. You think you have time to wait for perfect. Maybe you do. Maybe you have 40 years. Maybe perfect conditions come tomorrow. Maybe you get hit by a bus next week while you're still waiting. You don't know. None of us do. The question isn't whether you'll run out of time. You will. The question is, are you going to keep waiting for perfect until there's no time left? So here's what I need you to do. Not consider, not plan, do. Stop waiting for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting until you're ready. You'll never feel ready. Stop waiting until you have it all figured out. Nobody has it all figured out. Stop using when as an excuse to avoid now. Start doing it now, imperfectly. Start taking the trip, even if the budget isn't perfect. Start learning the skill, even if you're terrible at first. Start the business, even if you're afraid. Start the conversation, even if you don't know what to say. Start showing up for your life, even if you're not ready. Start saying yes to imperfect action. Start choosing messy attempts over perfect plans. Start understanding that done badly beats not done at all. Start protecting your moments, even the imperfect ones. Start living your actual messy life instead of the perfect one you're waiting to start. Start now. Not when conditions improve, not when you're more prepared, not when everything aligns. Now, today, this moment, imperfectly. I'm 72 years old. If I'm lucky, a few more years. Maybe. Time is running out and I can feel it. If this resonates with you, if you've been waiting for perfect and suddenly realize it's never coming, subscribe. I have more truths to share, and honestly, I don't know how much time I have left. Leave a comment. Tell me what you're going to do differently. Not what you're planning when conditions are perfect. What you're going to do now, imperfectly, today. Because the clock is ticking. For me, for you, for all of us. I waited 50 years for the perfect time, for ideal conditions, for everything to be just right. The perfect time never came. You know why? Because it doesn't exist. Perfect is just fear pretending to be wisdom. The question isn't whether you'll run out of time. The question is, how much longer are you going to wait for perfect before you realize imperfect is all you're ever going to get? Don't waste 50 years learning what I'm telling you right now.